Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm going to use the piano roll. So I recently received 3 piano rolls, but one of them is massive. It's much bigger than any of the other ones that I've seen, and instead of the usual sort of dots in it, it's got these slits. And I thought pockets. I thought, like those Tim Holtz ones that you get, that I would do something with these slits along those lines. So let's see if it works. So the first thing I want to do is to cut a bit out. I kind of want to keep that bit there. So, oh, and they get smaller. Oh, these are the only ones with long ones. Then they get smaller. Oh, do they get long again? Yeah, so they're all different. They're all different. Marvellous, 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 marvellous. Let's maybe do some short ones and some long ones. So I'm going to sort of cut down. Look at me being brave. Here we go. Oh. There we are. Now some short ones as well. I might take 3 off there. Then we've got something to play with, haven't we? There we go. Put this away. So I've had a play, and this is what I created. So I've got 3 pockets here and a little tuck there. So these are all original ephemera from my collection. So that's a little mini card. We've got a tea card. Is that tea? No, it's cigarette card. An old ticket from somewhere. And another cigarette card there. Thought she looked a bit stern. And then I just made a little scrappy cluster. So I took a little bit of that thin paper off. I did the blue sheet. Can't find it. There. So I just took a little bit off there, added a stamp, a genuine stamp, and yeah, just shoved that in there. Could put other things in there, but that's what I've done for now. And in my previous video, when I was showing about pockets, I didn't show this upward one because I forgot I did an upward one. I'd done an upward tuck because the picture was down there. So that's how I turned that into pockets. And then I did a tag as well. So there, I've done a tag with some, they've got little pockets there. That's stuck down. And then I just backed the back of the tag. So this is book page from the book. I just folded it in half. Oh no, did I just? No, I didn't. I stuck a page together and then just chopped it in half to make these tags. I thought that was a good use of the book pages to make them tag bases. And then I embossed the piano roll. Yeah, and I just thought that was cute, and that was word from the book and just a little bit of thread, and I did it sort of in these colours to match the colours in this sort of tapestry reproduction. So that is what I've done so far. So let's get on. I've already ripped some of these. There we go. I'm going to do that one. I'm going to have one that's bigger, I think. And then I've got 2 there that I can easily use. Might get some made up, so it's like a bit of a mass made. Try and be a little bit more careful with these sections. That one might be a little bit too wide. It is a bit too wide. I have to take a bit off the end here. Keep that in my scraps. I've started a little scrap envelope, a little plastic wallet, because they were getting everywhere. So I've got them in there for use later. So that's a bit better. That is now 4 1/4 inches across, which let's just have a look at the page that it would go on. Yeah, that would be okay. That would be okay. Just right. So what I did was, to give it some strength, I just folded it in half. So folded the piece in half like so. So each of the pieces I did that with. Now on this one, we're gonna have an issue with the placement of it. So I'm thinking I'm just going to make this a 2 pocket. There we go. How's this one going to do? We're going to get 3 out of this. Yeah, just going to manage to get 3 out of this one. That would work actually. That's the top pockets. There we go. That's them. Right, so let's show you how I glued. I'm going to bring in my little glue mat. So I just stuck one of these mats on the back of my board here, because I was always losing it. So this is good for blending, it's good for a heat mat. I did manage to cut on it once, so gluing it down was actually a really good idea. So I am gonna, so we're going to have a pocket there that's going to be quite short. That one's going to be that deep, and that one's going to be that deep. To give it a bit of stability, I'm gluing along the top and then down each side and then along the bottom. Okay, so glue along the top of each pocket. Leave the bottom open, glue down the side. Now I did think, if you've got piano rolls that have got just a series of dots, I thought you could probably join them together to form a slit. There we go. So that's that done. So now you should just be able to, and in doing this, you get rid of that curl that piano rolls always seem to do. It kind of holds it nice and flat. So now what we've got is that will go down there, but it will stop there where the glue is. That will go down there, but again it will stop there where the glue is, and that will go down there, stop there. So I forgot to ink, but no great drama. Right. Not quite straight there. Put the ruler there. See if I can straighten it up. Oh, moved. Didn't want to do that. There we go. So do another one. This time I'll remember. So got a little makeup brush. This was an idea by Corey, Crafting with Scraps, Corey Damon. I haven't seen her for ages. Or have I missed her videos? I can't believe I've missed her videos because I'm sure I pressed the bell and everything. But yeah, these little makeup brushes are just perfect for these little sections, and I could probably manage to just get on the edge of that downward bit of the pocket. There, a bit better. Right, so that's that. So I'll do one more with you and then I'll do the rest, not on camera. So I'm going to glue the top, like so. Down the sides, down the bottom, down the sides. There's a stringy bit all the way across there. We want rid of that because we don't want it glued in on these bits. So now we can fold that down like so. And we've got a little, just a tad of an issue there because the slit was so close, but it will stick down. When you show it who's boss. There we go. So that is how we're going to do those. So I'm going to get all the rest done. That'll teach me to leave a day between doing something. As you can see, I used the holes that were in it and put eyelets in. And if you look down there, you can't see green showing. I actually put the eyelets in before I glued it down. It's not going to be a great drama on those, but I just want to show you what I did. So I've got a crocodile, I've got these tiny little eyelets, so pop them through the hole. They just fitted. Where's my glasses gone? They're kind of useful, Jez. Right, managed to, gone for a button. So pop them through there. The hole is just the right size, and then did a squeeze. With the crocodile. so that that will now get glued down and it's on the inside. So because I didn't do it on this one, I'm going to have to redo the hole. You don't have to do this. It was just, I just thought there's a hole there, what can I do with it? And so, oh. There we go. So I don't think it's a major drama with the hole being there. The only thing is with the fact that it's going to be a pocket, but I can do the pocket maybe on the other side of these ones, or leave one without, because it might catch, but I could yeah, maybe put some tape over it, so on the back side there, so it doesn't catch. So just wanted to quickly show you that bit. Okay, so those are all made, inked, and got the eyelets attached. I decided, which one did I do wrong? There we go. I decided to put some washi tape down. Oh no, that's not one of the ones I did wrong. I did it on all of them. Put some washi tape down because in order to make this a pocket, I want to just do a little divot in, and so I just felt that I wanted to sort of strengthen the edge a little bit. I didn't do it on the original, but I just, as I was making this, thought that would be a little bit better. So that is what I've done. This one, I'm thinking I might make it a top opening pot. It's quite large. So I thought I might make it a top loading pocket, and then it might actually, I'll be able to put maybe, because I won't be able to put it that way, but going down that way, I could put a vintage postcard behind, was what I was thinking, because I can't get a vintage postcard in the sides of any of them because they're just not quite tall enough. So that is what I was thinking with this one. So I'm going to put some washi tape along the top of this one. I chose this washi tape. It's quite neutral. It's not one I think I'd particularly use to be seen, so I thought it was a good choice, because you've got to remember it's piano roll, so it's not the strongest of paper, so I just wanted to give it a little bit of reinforcing. Normally when I use washi tape, I'll put some glue stick down first, but it's not to hold anything, it's literally to do this sort of pocket. And I'm gonna just do, right, so that's where that starts. Eyeball the center, go down just a little tad. Might not be very centered there, might not care. There we go. So that will go on there like that. So I'm just a matter of going round the corner. I was just looking for my ink there, ink, glue even. So that's going to cover the entire of the writing up, but I don't mind. We're going to have, we've got colour there. We're going to pop things in, so it's going to be okay. So I might do a little bit of extra at the bottom, might go up to that dotty line, so it's got a little bit more glue attaching it to the page, because it's going to have things in it. I mean, they're not going to be very big things and they're not going to be very heavy, but just thought I wanted to try and keep the title, but I can't really, so we may as well cover it up completely, Jazz, like that. So now we've got a nice big pocket. It does take a few minutes for Carlisle to dry, but we can see that she'll fit in there, quite like her head peeking out there. So I've got loads and loads of vintage postcards, so they will be being used here. So we've got that one there. So the other thing I did was gave it a little bit of decoration. I'm getting a bit messy here, Jez. Move those out. So I had this trim in the Happy Mail, which I thought went down the side quite nice, and I had a load of this ribbon, which I thought went quite nice with it. So that is what I decided to do. It's not very vintage particularly, I don't think, but it's got a vintage feel with the colours. So I'm gonna go, so I'm just gonna go along there with my glue stick to stick this down. It's very tone on tone we're getting here, but that's okay. I'm gonna use my Carlisle because it's quite dark. Sometimes Carlisle shows through, but it's quite dark, and I'm not gonna wrestle with my Fabri-Tac bottle today. I have been suffering, so yeah, there's no point in being stupid about it, is there? And doing things that you know is going to cause you issues. There we go. And the fact that it's quite dark means you don't really see very much. So that's that. You can add other decorations. I would often sort of stamp, but oh, did I just move that? Yeah, be careful about that. And that glue is going to go through and hold this one in place. So we've got that there, liking that. We're going to put some other sort of real ephemera in. He can fit in there. I think that's the only photo I've got here that's in that orientation. There it is. These are photos from Hamburg. So I picked these up for £1. Can you believe it? Love this little envelope. I might be recreating that. Do a Dash of Dave. Recreate something old. Yeah, just thought of that. Just thought of that. Right, let's put a cigarette card in. What might we have? Maybe that red one. Oh, that's a bit big, isn't it? I'm just trying to put him in there. Yeah, put that one in there. Then we can still see what's in the bottom there. What else have we got? My father-in-law gave me all these. He had a great big pot of them. That's really old looking. Just going for the colours, really. Yeah, he had well, it was a cigar box full, and he went, oh, like her. He went, there you go, have them. I like the fact that it's old and battered. He said, you may as well have them and do whatever it is that you do. I'm like, thank you very much. So I was so excited by the cigar box, actually. That was so cool. What have we got in here? I want a different sort of ephemera. I want a ticket or something. Oh, I've got a little playing card. Shall we have that? Blue one's and a nice red one. I might put a blue one in for change. So I might swap that out. Yeah, cook it on gas. And then I might get a ticket. A little ticket, but I haven't got the tickets near me right now. Might just put an old stamp in then. Oh, I've just seen the stamp that I want. Like that. I'm wondering if I should just stick a stamp down there. Yeah, liking that. And maybe it's an unused stamp as well. It's still got the little tape on it from when it was move her up a little bit more like that. Right, I like her down there. Shall I use some of this behind it? Not really going to see it much. Let's get a bit of this behind it. And I think it needs another thing in that cluster. I'm just looking. I've got the little bit that came off the top of the book, which is quite cool. I'd quite like something brown. I do think that's cool and I do like it, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to look at some of these little brownie bits. That came off the spine instead. Yeah, thinking that. So let's stick this down. So I kept all these bits because I said they would make, these would look good on clusters and things. And here I am. Using it. And then that nice old stamp there. So that is that bit done. So where's my page? So we've got, that's how we did the first one, and I'm thinking that I might add a cluster to this one as well, and that is our second one done. So loving that. So that is how I did that one, and then now I did the side pocket. So like before, I just put a bit of washi up there, and so this is a much lighter background, so this is going to get stuck in on the three sides. Going to have a little bit of writing still to be seen, and I'll show you how I made the little notebook. that I did. Gonna come up again like so. So stick that down on the side there, and like before, I will stick the strip down the side, but I don't need to show you that. I'll fill it with different things. I might get my stencils out and do a little bit of stenciling on here. So whilst that's sticking down, I'll show you how I did my little, so that's going to be done in the same way. I've got the washi tape down, I've just not clipped that one. So I'm going to use this colour paper on this one. I did that one on the one before, so I just took this and I just, with my ruler, kind of went about there. I just literally went about there. So that gives us a little more interest there, because that's a different size, and so when you open that you can see down below. Quite liked that. I've gone for this colour because I thought it would go with that. So a nice little scrappy notebook. So it needs something on the back. So if we take one of the pages, not that one, so this is the book block from this. I might have, well, I've got one of the bits here. So kind of went down it, right there we are. Oh, just want the one sheet, just the one sheet please. So I'll go that way, have it there, and I'll show you why in a sec. So just really quick, went down there, made sure I've got 90 degrees so that it's straight, the words help. There we go. Got a nice big margin there. To fold over the end, like so. And then I went to my little stamp collection and I picked out a stamp. So this set is all florals. Bought them all together on a card. So what about that one? So I'm going to just ink around this. So make sure the folded edge is to the top. On straight. Put that on there like so. And then I just took a little stapler and I just put a couple of staples just to hold it all together, so that runs free, and then you've got two little things that you could write on, and that goes nicely with that as well, and you can just have that popping out there. So that's how I did that. Okay, so now our next job is the tag. I'll show you the tag that I made. There it is. So I used book pages as the basis of it, and I have prepared, so I've taken some double sheets and I have glued them together, so they're a nice base, and then I'm just going to chop them in half, so I get two tags out of each one. So I'm just going there so I can see where the half is, and then I'm just going to lob it. So our tags are going to be about 2.5-ish. There we go. They're quite long. I might chop a little bit off the length of it, but I think I did do on that one. I did the tops, shaped the tops with my little fancy corner that's there to make tag tops with. I'll just do the one because I'm not sure how much time we've got. And then we've got on here, we've got some bits that are, you know, quite a lot of space on them, so they will do the back nicely. These long sections will be good for covering the back of the tag. So I'm gonna, so we want a bit to sort of go down the front. And a bit to go down. Where's my ruler? Where's my big ripping ruler? Oh, it's there, hiding. So I am gonna, right, that section I will use for creating pockets. So don't want to ruin that section. I'll take it down here. Not worried about. So I'm just going to fold that in half, and then I kind of know that that is going to get used for a pocket on a future date. Here, that can go quite like having that on it, or that on it. Oh, I think the dots. So we'll come in there, and that is all I need to put on the back there. And then on the front, keep that strip. Not that section. I might do a section with just the one hole. So how wide do we need this? Right, so that's come down here. Oh, that hole's not going to fit on, is it? Right. Let's see where we're going to end. So across there to there. So let's make this a bit of a more manageable. Oh. I'm going to take that off there. is going to go like that. I quite like having that design on there, and then we'll just come down just there. I am going to chop a bit off the bottom. So we'll go about there. So now we need to take a little bit more off the bottom of this. That's that. Now you could just stick that on there as it is, in the same way we did before, making a pocket. And I could make it like it's a pocket that I could glue it across there, so I could do it so it can go in and out. But what I did was I embossed it first. That one I used this one, which is like worn brick. I'm going to use tight worn is what I'm going to use on this one. They're very similar, but it's just a little bit different. So I am going to run that through my embossing folder, and then I'll get back to you. So that is embossed. Pull it out. Really liking that. Can you see? It's just lovely. Lovely, lovely. Love it, love it. So that's perfect for going on there. I want to do a bit of inking. So I want to go around the edge of this. This is the yellow book, this is the green book, and the green book paper is not as dark. And I'm going to go over this a bit, but it is easier to ink this when it's stuck down. That's going to be the back because there's more white on it. So that's that. So I'm gonna put glue. Oh, nearly forgot about inking this bit. Not sure which end got the ink on. That end. So we'll ink this. There we go. That's better. So we'll glue along the top. So we'll glue the whole of the top down. I'll come down the side here, and I'm going to go about there for my pocket size. This one was a bit more complicated because I was sticking it down and I was having it so that it was permanently stuck in. But this one I think I'm going to have as a pocket, and if I decide to stick it in, I can glue the actual item down afterwards. I'll decide. This way I've got options. So I'll stick this down. And then if I now come in with my brush, now that it's stuck down, and then that picking up on all the embossed bits, and I've got the original bits from the piano roll on there, which is very cool. I like that. We're going to stick this on the back. I might do a little bit of glue stick. Because it's not embossed, so I can glue stick this. And then we'll just put, I think I left the lid off this too long. There we go, it's perfectly fine now. just having a moment, wasn't it? There we go. And I can do a similar thing, and I will do a similar thing of making journaling cards by sticking piano roll on these. So these could be chopped the other way, and I could make a journaling card. I could make 3 small tags out of this, or I can make 2 journaling cards. So if I just show you what I mean, so I've got my little corner there. So I've got 2 nice journaling cards, and I probably use the same punch in the corners to give it a nice shape. And I will cover one side with that and the other side with that, and then that, I'm hoping, could be wrong because I haven't measured or nothing, but I'm just wondering if that would fit in there. Well, it would, except it's too wide, so I'd have to chop it down a bit if it's going to be a journaling card in there, which I can do. That's not a problem. So that's my thoughts with that one. So now I'm just going to go around the edges, and then we've just got to think about what we're going to put in there. Now I could put a cigarette card in there. I could put that cigarette card in that I didn't use last time. Yeah, that's quite cool. I do think it needs something on there. As I used thread and just a word, I could do that again. So I just looked through the book pages to find, look, notes. Perfect. We'll have notes. Okay, and then I've got this little thread that came in the Happy Mail as well. So I'm just going to take a little bit of tape to pop on the back, and then I'll take some thread and I'll just curly weld it around. Sort of thing I used to do in my card making days. I mean, to be fair, I say card making days as if I don't make cards anymore, but I mean, I don't make that many. I did think that I ought to start making cards in a junk journal style, and then I might enjoy it a bit more. But I've got oodles of cards already made for every occasion. I just, if there's something special going on, or if it's a children's birthday or the dad's birthday or something, then I'll make something special. Father's Day, Mother's Day cards, I don't have them ready made, so I have to make them. But yeah, so that'll do. So little snippy, snip the end off, try and snip the end so it won't be seen. And then I'm going to put glue on the back of the tag. There we go. That little end's poking up. Get down. Get down, stay down. I'm so gluey now. I need to wipe my hands. Get that straight. There we go. And whilst I'm waiting for that to dry, stick a hole in the top. So I'm going for the same colours as before. So eyeballing that for the centre. Got a little scrap somewhere. There it is. Of card that's that same colour. This is Cherry Cobbler from Stampin' Up. Love this red. There we go. Oh, I need 2 of them, you beck. There we go. And then we'll just put a little ring around there. And the back. There we go. That should now be nicely done, so I can give that a bit of a colour. And then I just used a bit of cheesecloth. Give it a little frazzle pull. And then this is a bit short, this actually. Might be too short. Might have been a different piece. I cut it off. I think it was, Jez. You get the picture though. I'll put a proper one in for the photos at the end. I do always, well, nearly always. It's a more recent practice of adding close-up photos at the end. Yeah, you get the picture. That is the tag, which is going to go in there, I think. And that is how I used my piano roll. So hope, where's the other one? Where's my yellow book? So I hope that has been interesting. I know lots of people like, oh, I've got piano roll, don't know what to do with it. Well, that is, I particularly like that one. That is just a few ideas, and I say I'm going to do this again and make journaling cards in the same way to go in the journal as well. So I'm going to go ahead off camera and make some more tags and these in this sort of similar style for the pockets, and I may make some different, I've got some ideas, some other ideas that I might do as well. Would they fit in there? If I trim it down slightly, those would be a good size for in there. Yeah, I'm going to decide what to do in the next video. Obviously it's like filling it up, so we do need another one for filling it up, and then we'll be sewing in the signatures and decorating the cover, and it will be done. But you can see the sort of ephemeras that I've got that I'm putting in. I've got invoices as well, which I'll use in different places as well. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again very soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe.